Cravings. What do we do about them? Well, it depends. Some cravings stem from a nutritional aspect. Like when I was younger, I wanted to eat rocks. But other cravings are stemmed from the happy hormones that our brain experiences when we have certain foods. And usually these cravings that we're talking about are junk food cravings. Some really rudimentary, basic things that you can do when you're having these cravings and thinking that this food will make you happy is drink a glass of water. We confuse our thirst for hunger all the time, several times a day. So make sure that you're not just really thirsty. Another interesting tip and trick for dealing with cravings is to eat an apple. Apples are actually quite dense, even though they're juicy. They fill you up and they satisfy you because they're full of so much fiber. Usually by the time you finish 1 or 2 or 3 apples, if you take a second, you'll realize like, dude, I'm full. But sometimes you just don't want an apple and you've drank your water. So one of my favorite ways of dealing with these cravings is to create or find a healthy vegan version of it. I, for one, started craving chocolate crepes at the beginning of February. And not only am I vegan, but I've also been living gluten-free for the past month and a half, just to see if it would affect my body better, and it definitely has, and I think I'll stick with it. So when I started craving these chocolate crepes, I was like, and of course I drank my water, and I ate my beautiful fruit, and around that midpoint in the day, I decided I'd make myself some gluten-free chocolate crepes. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen that I've posted a couple of photos of these. I've been obsessed with them as like a bi-weekly snack, and now I'm going to show you how I make them. Crepes are basically a thin, fancy pancake, so now would be a great time to whip out the biscuit, right? Wrong. For this recipe, I'm using gluten-free pancake mix with whole ingredients. So I'm using my mix, ground flax, applesauce, cocoa powder, and water. So the standard recipe calls for a cup of mix, 1 egg, a tablespoon of oil, and about 1/4 a cup of milk. I happen to jimmy around with that because I like to think that I know more than the manufacturer does. I don't know. So what I did was, for my dry mixture, I used 3/4 a cup of mix and 1/4 cup of cocoa powder and just spun that together. For my wet ingredients, I replaced my egg with a flax egg, which is about 1 tablespoon of ground flax whisked with 3 tablespoons of water. I replaced my oil with applesauce, and I replaced the milk with water.